Coordinates: 51 degrees 27 and 2 degrees 35, W, 51.450 degrees north 2.583 degrees west, 51.450. -2.583 Bristol is a city and ceremonial county in England, with a population of 463,400. It is the most populous city in southwest England. The wider Bristol built-up area has the 10th largest population in England. The urban area population of 670,000 is the 11th largest in the United Kingdom. The city lies between Gloucestershire to the north and Somerset to the south. South Wales lies across the Severn estuary. Iron Age hill forts and Roman villas were built near the confluence of the rivers Frome and Avon. And around the beginning of the 11th century, the settlement was known as Bristol. Bristol received a royal charter in 1155 and was historically divided between Gloucestershire and Somerset until 1373, when it became a county of itself. From the 13th to the 18th century, Bristol was among the top 3 English cities, after London, in tax receipts. However, it was surpassed by the rapid rise of Birmingham, Manchester and Liverpool in the Industrial Revolution. Bristol was a starting place for early voyagers of exploration to the New World. On a ship out of Bristol in 1497, John Cabot, a Venetian, became the first European to land on mainland North America. In 1499, William Weston, a Bristol merchant, was the first Englishman to lead an exploration to North America. At the height of the Bristol slave trade, from 1700 to 1807, more than 2,000 slave ships carried an estimated 500,000 people from Africa to slavery in the Americas. The port of Bristol has since moved from Bristol Harbour in the city centre to the Severn estuary, at Avonmouth and Royal Podbury Dock. Bristol's modern economy is built on the creative media, electronics and aerospace industries, and the city centre docks have been redeveloped as centres of heritage and culture. The city has the largest circulating community currency in the UK, the Bristol pound, which is pegged to the pound sterling. The city has 2 universities, the University of Bristol and the University of the West of England, and a variety of artistic and sporting organisations and venues including the Royal West of England Academy, the Anna Finney, Spike Island, Ashton Gate and the Memorial Stadium. It is connected to London and other major UK cities by road and rail, and to the world by sea and air. Road, by the M5 and M4. Rail, via Bristol Temple Meads and Bristol Parkway mainline rail stations. And Bristol Airport, one of the UK's most popular tourist destinations. Bristol was named the best city in Britain in which to live in 2014 and 2017, and won the European Green Capital Award in 2015. Early recorded place names in the Bristol area include the Roman-era British Celtic Abong and the archaic Welsh Caer Oder, which may have been calqued as the modern English Clifton. The current name, Bristol, derives from the Old English form Brisigisto, which is typically etymologized as place at the bridge. It has also been suggested that Brisigisto means the place called bridge by the place called Stow. The Stow in question referring to an early religious meeting place at what is now College Green. However, other derivations have been proposed. It appears that the form Brixtow prevailed until 1204, and the Bristolian L is what eventually changed the name to Bristol. The original form of the name survives as the surname Bristow, which is derived from the city. Archaeological finds, including flint tools believed to be between 300,000 and 126,000 years old made with the Levallois technique, indicate the presence of Neanderthals in the Shire Hampton and St. Anne's areas of Bristol during the Middle Paleolithic. Iron Age hill forts near the city are at Lee Woods and Clifton Down, on the side of the Avon Gorge, and on King's Weston Hill near Henbury. A Roman settlement, Abong, existed at what is now Sea Mills. Another was at the present-day Inn Scott. Isolated Roman villas and small forts and settlements were also scattered throughout the area. Bristol was founded by 1000. By about 1020, it was a trading centre with a mint producing silver pennies bearing its name. By 1067, Brisigisto was a well-fortified burh, and that year the townsmen beat back a raiding party from Ireland led by 3 of Harold Godwinson's sons. Under Norman rule, the town had one of the strongest castles in southern England. Bristol was the place of exile for Diarmait Mac Murchada, the Irish king of Leinster. After being overthrown, the Bristol merchants subsequently played a prominent role in funding Richard Strongbow de Clare and the Norman invasion of Ireland. The port developed in the 11th century around the confluence of the rivers Frome and Avon, adjacent to Bristol Bridge just outside the town walls. By the 12th century, Bristol was an important port, handling much of England's trade with Ireland, including slaves. There was also an important Jewish community in Bristol from the late 12th century through to the late 13th century, when all Jews